Spring practice starting this week, but it's not like the old days. You've been with your guys for the last 2 months. What is the tour duty, off-season workouts? What's that been like for you guys?
It's been good. It's been good. Just getting the opportunity to see the guys move around. Just put them in some of the toughest positions as far as the body and the mind, see if they can work through those things, and just trying to get the feel for guys who we know are going to push through. But overall, I think the entire team, had a really good tour of duties, the DBs especially.
With obviously, I know you're happy for Azaria to have the success he's having right now, and it says a lot for the program. But what's the mindset of the guys knowing that there's a couple opportunities to really step up now? Does that change their mindsets at all, knowing that those opportunities are there?
I tell guys all the time that should be the way it is at Florida State. You have DBs in the hole ready to go when guys leave. The next guy's ready to step up. And I think, my first 2 years, you had Ronaldo Green, you had Jerry Jones, those guys left. Azaria, Fantrell, they were in the hole. Now we got young guys who are willing to make their mark. We don't have a lot of experience as far as starts there, but they are talented, and they just need opportunity.
Q's had some ups and downs when he's gotten those opportunities. What have you seen from him since the end of last year?
Just maturity in the way he handles himself both on and off the field. His study habits. He's become more of a leader. He was one of the guys in tour duties who was encouraging guys the most. He knows that it's his time. He's got to be that guy who we can trust to go out there and make plays for us. And I think he's waited his time. He had a couple of starts under his belt last year. I think he's ready to take that next step.
You have so many young guys that have shown a lot of potential. Jabril and so many guys. I mean, in this Edwin Joseph and all those guys. How do you see that shaking out? Are they going to be still rotating different positions or focusing on individual positions?
Yeah, like I told the guys during tour duty, it's still a competition because you mentioned the guys with Jabril and Ed, but you got young guys like Charles, Lester, you got Kai Bates, Ricky Knights, those guys, Shamara Noble, who just came in, who's really, really talented. Jamari Howard, who's coming back from injury. So you have guys who are talented, just don't have the experience. So, I tell the guys all the time, don't go out there thinking you have it made. You still got to compete for your position because we do feel confident in a bunch of guys that go out there and play good ball for us.
How I was going to say, how is Jamari doing just coming back?
He's coming back. He's not fully healthy yet, but he did the last week of tour duties. I think it's just the confidence and the mindset, knowing that he can, cut off that knee. That's what it is for most young players coming back from a major injury. Just knowing that they can do it again. And he's been awesome, both on and off the field, and he has the tools to be really special.
He got hurt early in spring. How did you see him use the year, being not able to practice? How did you see him kind of maximize what he's able to do during that red shirt?
Yeah, it was tough on him because that was the first time he had a major injury. So, just that aspect of it and getting his mind right, knowing that he has attacked the rehab just as hard as he attacked, things on the field. I think he's done that. I think he'll come back better than ever. These injuries, those ACL injuries, you come back, better than you have it from the past. So, it's gonna take him some time throughout the spring to just get used to covering guys and getting tugged on and coming out to break and all that. But I think once he gets the confidence and mindset, he'll be fine.
It seems like Earl found a little bit more of a home at safety as last year went on. How did that move come about, and how did you see him really grow there if he hadn't really played there before?
Yeah, just coming into it, we kind of assumed that he could be the nickel guy and he'll cover receivers. But I've been coaching Earl since high school, and I always know that he was a physical guy. He liked to go hit people, and I just thought that the move to safety just fit his personality well. You saw flashes of him when he went to safety last year at the end of the year, and now he's taking more on the leadership role. I think the thing with Earl, he's finally fully healthy. Those first 2 years at Bama, he had the shoulder injuries, and last year, he got a little banged up a little bit, and this year I'm expecting him to make big strides. He's going to play, the Rover position for us, which I think is a perfect fit for him, and we're expecting big things from him.
With Shy and Conrad not being available, how can they still help you guys in this one?
Shaheem has a lot of football under his belt. He's made some plays, at Florida State. Obviously, this is a new defense, but Shy is a real cerebral football player. He helps the young guys, in the meeting rooms. He's on top of it. And Conrad the same way. He sits in the front. He's taking good notes. So when you can't do the physical things, you got to have the mental part, under your belt. And I think those guys have taken heed to that, and you've seen some improvement this year.
Did you know Coach Cooper well before he got the job here, and what has he brought to your?
Not well. I've heard him before. He has a great reputation. He's a hands-on guy. He's feisty. He's fiery. He likes to get after it. And I think he's going to add, something really good to the room with me and Coach Moss. So, I'm looking forward to that trio. Going out there and having the best secondary in the country. That's what we expect this year.
How much does the secondary change with the new schemes? I mean, is it drastically different, or is it?
It does, especially coming from the previous system where we were 85-9% press man, and now Coach White, he's giving those guys freedom to get more vision on the quarterback, and I think it's going to create more plays made on the ball. The last 2 years we were running with our back to the ball. We were getting a lot of breakups, but not a lot of interceptions. So I think just having vision on the quarterback, being able to break on the ball, is going to give our guys opportunities to make big-time plays.
Which way did you prefer playing when you were playing?
You know what? I played a lot of press man, but I was different, though. I was different. because I played. It just started there. I was different than some of these guys. I was able to pick the ball off and press. But with these, what we didn't have back then, we didn't have all of these back shoulder throws when I played. So, in today's game, you have to almost play through the guy's hands, whereas back in the day, it was more of a longer throw. You could turn and find the ball. So, it's different ways, but I can do it all.
You talked about the Rover role. I guess, how do you define that role? How's it been explained to you? I know it's kind of a new thing for you.
Just the guy who's going to make all the calls back there. He has to be the quarterback of the defense, of the secondary, and a guy who's really willing to run around and hit people. Getting the posts, getting the halves, just doing a whole bunch of different things, willing to blitz. I think that position has a lot of versatility, and I don't think that teams can account for it, within their blocking scheme. So I think him, along with the rest of the guys, Ashley and KJ, those guys are interchangeable. Shy, when he gets back, Conrad, we're gonna find the best mix to get the best five on the field, and I think a bunch of those guys can play that role.
Have you enjoyed just talking ball with Coach White and just learning what he likes to do?
Absolutely, man. You can tell things are going in his head. He's thinking about football all the time. He wants what's best for the players, whether it's the stunts we run up front, the packages we put in the linebacker, the coverage we put on the back end. I think it's one cohesive unit. He's had success, running this defense for a lot of years, man. And I think we have the pieces here to be one of the best defenses in the country.
He's talked about kind of wanting to bring a certain level of physicality to practice, that you're not going to play that way if you don't practice that way. I guess, how do you think that can help your unit?
I think in the past we were physical, but I think just the coaching techniques that he's teaching will allow our guys to be more physical, where we're not stopping our feet running through ball carriers, whereas in the past we'll break down on guys. I think the guys are liking that, we're practicing it, and we just got to take it to the field come spring.
When you look at those young guys, you mentioned Charles and Kai and the young guys that didn't play probably as much as they were hoping to play.
Mm-hmm.
What have you seen from them since the end of last season to coming into this?
Just the maturity, knowing that, you always one play away, so they got to prepare like their starters, and they've done that. You just see a maturity both on and off the field. Those guys came in day one. I remember bowl prep for the Orange Bowl, they came in early, and they were just, mature 17, 18-year-olds. And now they've taken that next step. They see that there's an opportunity to get on the field this year, whether it be corner, safety, nickel, whatever it is. And, they wanted it. They wanted it, and you see it in the way they work. Tour duties they had, they probably was the best two, not the best two, but two of the best in tour duties as far as, you know, the work they put in, taking care of their bodies, just a total maturity that you could expect a freshman take from his freshman to his sophomore year.
The last thing I wanted to ask you was just, you, with the new coaches, they can kind of sell guys on the idea this is a new year, new start, but you guys were here. You guys were part of that, and you saw why 2-10 happened. And
right.
So what kind of perspective do you take into a new season and trying to, you know, embrace the fresh start, but also knowing that a lot of the guys that were here were part of that and have to learn from that?
Yeah, just that, just a new year. You know, things didn't go our way last year. It was a lot of different circumstances that caused that, but that's behind us. We brought some new guys, new schemes that we think are going to help our team and fit best to our personnel. And you know, obviously with Coach White, Coach Coop, T. Knight, and the rest of the guys coming in, I think they add a kind of pedigree, you know, that you want at Florida State. So you're gonna see guys fly around like defense have done in the past. Not saying that we didn't do it these last couple of years, but it's just a new attitude, just a new feeling amongst the guys. It's just it almost feel like they're refreshed to go out there and show what they can do. So we're excited.